No, brother.
خلاص. Okay.
Sister, from the beginning.
Alright, my name is Maha Al-Sadi. I'm Jordanian. I work in the financial industry and I'm Abdurrahman's wife.
Okay, you said that where are you from? Okay, you are housewife or what's your business here?
I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in finance law, and I'm working also as a consultant in the compliance and anti-money laundering.
Okay, now the picture was like this. The first question is how you met with brother Abdurrahman? Please talk, but don't look to her.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I met Abdurrahman while I was working in Qatar. He used to be a consultant for a firm I used to work with, and he actually asked me if I can find him a full-time job in Qatar because he wanted to know more about the religion and Islam and language. And I was a bit surprised, like, where did this interest came from? And then he told me that he converted to Islam, and that was the thing that made me like him. And a few months later, he asked to meet my parents, and we were engaged 4 months after we met.
Okay, you were looking to him, it's not. You sit here. Okay, you said that how you met with her. Where did you meet? How did you marry with him?
Well, the story about us being married together was a bit difficult because me being an Arab, my family is kind of well known in the region. It was very difficult at the beginning to convince my family and my parents that I can marry someone who's not an Arab. But then when my parents met him, especially my mother, they took this fact of him being an Arab aside and said, as long as he's a good Muslim, which he managed to demonstrate very well, that was all that matters. And I'm very happy that I took this decision. And at the end, my parents were very, very supportive. And they said that they actually liked him the most compared to my other brothers-in-law. So I'm very lucky.
Okay, I'm finishing. The other question is, could you talk about personality or about Brother Abdurrahman? Which kind of guy he is?
Oh.
But as a Muslim, I will ask another question.
Okay, personality-wise, Abdurrahman is very calm. It's very difficult to get him angry. He is the type of guy that enjoys reading a lot and spending quality time with family and friends.
Okay, come to his Islamic life, please.
I'm
sorry, which
yes.
kind of Muslim he is? 4, 3, 2, 1.
Abdurrahman is the kind of Muslim that prays 5 times a day, fasts and pays zakat and everything. But what makes him very special to me is that he understands religion very well. And he is as far as it could be from being extreme or taking radical views. And that's one of the special features that I really, really like about him. I think if you want to talk about his Islamic personality, I would say that he's more than a Sufi. And what impresses me the most about his religion is that he could already answer more questions than I could do when it comes to Islam. So he's way ahead of me already.
Okay, which kind of education did you take?
Well,
where did you study?
Of course. I studied in Qatar because I was born there. My school education was mainly British, like I went to British schools. But then in high school, I moved to an Arabic school, and my university was Qatar University, and I majored in banking and financial studies. And as I said earlier, I'm finishing up my master's degree in the University of Frankfurt here in finance law.
Okay, I will ask some difficult question. If you compare with other German, I mean, this brother is German,
yeah.
And if you compare with other Arabic and other born Muslim brothers and compare him? Which kind of advantage and bad advantage he has?
This is a very tricky question because if I compare an Arabic guy to a German guy, I will not be doing like a very fair comparison because first of all the cultures differ and he had a different upbringing than a regular Arab or a Muslim in the Middle East would have. But he managed to see the disadvantages of his life being not a Muslim, and he chose to leave all that behind for the right path, if you will. And this is something that takes a lot of strength. An Arabic guy or a Muslim guy in the Middle East was born a Muslim. This is the natural reaction. But for him, he's doing it out of belief and conviction.
Okay, last question is, before marriage, what you were expecting and did you found your expectation? 4, 3, 2.
Well, before I got married, I had a lot of expectations. I was worried about moving to Germany, leaving my job and family behind. The kind of lifestyle that I had was way easier than like compared to what I have in Germany. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that I took this decision because all of these tiny challenges are what makes Abdurrahman and I closer. And God also blessed us with a naughty little girl that makes it worth everything.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any message to Turkish people?
Well, I would say that if you're having thoughts about converting or if you're having thoughts about what Islam is, do not fear. Just take the time to look it up because this is what made Abdurrahman convert. Curiosity, I think.